Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. We're excited for today's videos. Thursday on Thursdays, I try to have Thursday's Thirsty Thoughts, come up with a topic, talk about it, or someone comments or sends me a DM or whatever, and they have an idea, and that's what's true of today's video. I want to make sure I get it right. Ride for Fallen 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I could have done that from memory, but I get in my own head about it. It's like, what if I got it wrong, and then I feel bad, and it's, anyway. I'm sure people would give me grace, but, I'll make sure I do it right. So, really cool topic. It's basically pick a brewery, pick a formerly craft brewery you wish, never got bought, right? Never went away from being craft, right? And I had some interesting thoughts. Like when I first read it, the way I first read it and processed it, I was like, man, there's a bunch of breweries I would bring back. But no. Not craft breweries you would bring back to existence. It's ones that were formerly craft breweries that got bought. So I'm wondering, I feel like a decent number of people are going to think that I'm going to say Goose Island. Now, I am one of the critics of 2024's releases, the price points, the beers themselves. Although I hear, I hear Rare's awesome. I didn't hate all of the beers, blah, blah, blah. But price point, taste, and stuff. I have my criticisms, still do. But I also was only able to try them when they got bought, because then they could build, could build up their facilities. They could brew more, bigger batches, make more of it, distro it. And I got to try it in New York. Yeah, could I have traded for it? Yeah, for sure. But I mean, the first year I saw on the shelves, I was able to buy what I get. I got 3 and then a 4-pack. So I got 7 bottles at the 12-ounce format, which is my preferred format. So for a couple years, I was able to get 1 or 2 4-packs of it pretty easily. Pretty easily. Had to show up, but pretty easily. And then 2015 was able to get a decent amount, right? 16, 17. Then you start being able to just get cases in New York of it. So I was buying it by the case. Actually, that might start in 15. Buy it by the case, which blew my mind. That might be an interesting video too. So I have to give them credit that they have maintained. Now, other beers of theirs, are brewed at different facilities and have changed. I would say for the negative, but I haven't revisited them in a while. But they seem to be trying to do Bourbon County the right way. But again, I do have my criticisms with price point stuff. So they actually are not my pick. If I just said my pick, these videos won't be very long, guys. You got to let me ramble for a bit. Another one I considered, actually, this was the one I was going to say. And then some of the comment section actually mentioned something that got me to pick my final answer. And it's I think I might actually technically give an answer that doesn't fit the question, the prompt, which is really bad as a social studies teacher, like an AP, for example. If you don't answer the prompt, you can give a beautiful answer, but if it doesn't, approve your thesis, right? If you don't answer the prompt, you don't get any points. So I'm kind of doing the thing I always talk about not doing. But anyway, Ballast Point was my choice. I think, there was the cool factor of being able to get it more easily. Same thing with, let me stick on this. But then it just, Ballast Point is it's not Ballast Point. Lagunitas, yeah, they haven't brewed sucks in a while, which bothers me, and I talk about it quite a bit. But a lot of the other stuff they brew is still delicious, great price points. I don't get too upset about that. The one that I wish went back to craft, I'm being very loose with that, and I know it's not official definitions, but I'm going Southern Tier, and I apologize, I don't remember who said in the comments, was it Jay Money? It might have been Jay Money, but anyway, who also gave me, if it's not Jay Money, gave me a good idea for a different Thursday Thirsty Thought video. They'll do in the future, obviously, but it's just not the same. Southern Tier, okay, so I grew up in what they call the Southern Tier of New York. And then there was this brewery called Southern Tier, and it wasn't anywhere close to where I lived. It was probably a good 5-hour drive, maybe 4 to 5 hour drive, probably. And I did it once. It feels like I should know. We did it on the way down to Pittsburgh once. But anyway, So maybe it's not even that long. It's just making me think because we then went to Pittsburgh after we stopped at the brewery. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's what this video is about. And they were an early craft brewery I could get in New York. I mean, we're talking back in the day. You know, you could get Sam Adams, maybe a little bit of Sierra Nevada, you know, the Pale Ale, Torpedo, Celebration, Bigfoot. I don't remember a lot of other ones back then. Brooklyn, because I was in New York. Ithaca, because I was in New York. But yeah, Southern Tier was one of those early ones. And man, some of those bangers, was it the Back Burner, or is that the name of it? But like that series was awesome. I see they still release stuff under that name. It just doesn't hit the same. It doesn't get me excited. I mean, I remember buying those 22-ounce bottles. Oat blew my mind. The chocolate blew my mind. That was like a special one. I remember seeing it on like a Beer Advocate top whatever number list. And then we were able to score one. That was like an early bottle share. My friends and I. It's like, yo, I got a bottle. Like, we gotta get together. We can have other beers too. But like, we gotta have this beer together. You know, gotta share the wealth back in the day thing. You know. You know, Pumpkin, you know, which I know they still make. They make a bunch of versions of it. You know, my dad and I do still like that beer a lot. It's one of his favorite beers. But it's not, I don't know. It's not the same. You know, the beers, some beers they still brew that are the same. Some they've tweaked, some they don't do anymore. There are a bunch of new ones. Not a lot of new ones. Like, I don't really review Southern Tier on the channel. A lot of the new ones don't seem to grab my attention as something I want to try. I think it's like I'm getting to that age with beer where it's just like yeah, I still like, it's like music. I'm kind of getting at the age with music too, where it's like, yeah, I still kind of like the new stuff, but I also just want the hits. You know, I want to hear the album I already know. And so it's why like I harp on Dogfish, and I got so excited they're going to rebrew some stuff from the past. You know, the nostalgia of it all. The beers were better back in the day. I don't know, chalk it up to whatever. But like they're still, I think, technically craft. Well, I forget the name of the group, but it's like, isn't it them and Victory and at least one other brewery? And it just doesn't seem to be the same. So I guess I'm kind of not fully answering the prompt, but it's the truest answer I can give in this space of things I wish went back the way they were brewery-wise. But I'm still going to label the title the way it was originally presented, even though I'm kind of cheating myself. So feel free to give a correct response or cheat like I did. But yeah, it's always fun to read the comments. I did, at the time of recording this, I did get caught up on comments and responding, so that made me happy. So I'm looking for a whole new batch of comments to get conversations going. Once you're done doing, thank you again for the topic. I really appreciate it. Once you comment, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews, both those places. Please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.